Okay, so this week on the Casady Stamps podcast, Fortnite star banned from Fortnite, Netflix dropping support for older devices, there has been a second parasitic eyeworm infection, and .zip files designed to bypass secure email gateways and distribute nanocore are actually failing? Anyways, first on the podcast, yep, that image is still there. That, by the way, is actually this guy, which as you can see, I am using a bit differently, because, guys, it is actually a side address microphone.
The Behringer B1.
Not a front address like that. Do not speak into the end of it. It is a side address. Anyways, control key, not Windows. Fortnite star FaZe Jarvis has been banned from Fortnite because he was using a hacking method to cheat the system. And cheat. Anyways, I'm actually clipping a little bit, and you are probably hearing a little bit of feedback because of how loud it was, and actually this microphone is fairly far from my mouth. Netflix is dropping support for older devices, specifically older Roku and Samsung devices. Now the Samsung devices are 2011 C and D series TVs, and 2011 is the year, by the way. Anyway, there's been a second case of the parasitic eyeworm infestation. Thalassia, or however it's pronounced, Galosa, wasn't known to infect people before last year, 2018, which is the worm that has infected those people. So I would suggest that you wear eye protection outside during the summer. There is a special type of .zip file designed to bypass secure email gateways, or SEGs, and distribute nanocore, a remote access Trojan, or RAT. It had two EOCDs, or ends of central directories, while .zip files should only have one. Two EOCDs means there are two archive structures. Now, that does actually cause it to fail. I'll get into that later. Which means the file size is actually significantly greater than the uncompressed format. Now, here's the thing. If you don't have any third-party extractors, the files inside of it actually cannot be extracted. So if you cannot extract your file, it is probably one of those. So I would suggest not even trying. 7-zip only extracted the harmless image file. However, WinRare actually showed no warning and extracted the malicious file. Yeah, if you don't have any third-party extractors, you are safe from that method of distributing the nanocore RAT. And even though it will bypass the SEGs, it won't bypass your computer's extraction. That does not mean that those third-party extractors didn't ever do it. Certain versions of Power Archiver, WinRare, and older 7-zip did extract the malicious file. On a different news story, YouTube has launched super stickers for iOS. It's actually been on Android and browser for a while, according to the guys at CI, Creator Insider. But they are emotes for Super Chat, and they are animated. Yeah, you're basically paying to send an animated emote. Yeah, you can actually see how far my mouth is from the microphone. On the technology side of things, Intel's stubborn pricing has finally come to an end. So, all of you Intel enthusiasts, rejoice. Now, all of you phone-based virtual reality fans, panic! Because after Google discontinued Daydream and open sourcing Cardboard, phone-based VR is basically officially dead.
Advice from Casady Stamps.
For some reason, I don't think my hair started out like this in the previous clip. It's like this now, apparently. Oh, and apparently I am causing it to deflate. It is time for Advice from Casady Stamps. First off, read the TOS. Read the Terms of Service. You will thank yourself if you do. Not reading it will not make you exempt from the toss. So therefore, read it. Your microphone, I hate to break it to you, but your microphone is not the most important part of your audio. It may be even the least important part of your audio. I mean, connection, in my opinion, is 15% of the importance of your audio. Connect XLR microphones via an audio interface. Never, ever through the microphone jack on your computer. Connect USB microphones via USB, not through the zero latency monitoring headphone jack that many of them have, into the microphone jack on your computer. Never use TRS microphones. And if you do, use an external sound card, most preferably the SEBA, and never, ever, ever use TS microphones. Okay, if you don't know what TS is, it is actually not this. This is TRS because it has the 3 conductors and the 2 insulation bands. This is TS because you see it has the 2 conductors and the 1 insulation band. TS will be incompatible with your computer unless you have one of these, but designed specifically for use with TS microphones. This guy is actually designed for use with TRS microphones, not TS microphones, as well as one of these. This is the opposite dongle.
And I just ignore that I had a TS to TRS adapter on the end.
I was going on about connections. Now, treatment, in my opinion, it makes up 70% of what matters of your audio quality. That is assuming you use one of these guys, a condenser. Now, dynamics tend to require less. In this house, they would require none. This house is actually fairly reverb-free. But treatment should also match content, style, and your microphone. Treatment should match content. That means for podcasts, you likely want a lot of treatment. I mean, I normally use a dynamic microphone, so I don't actually have any treatment. But for podcasts, you'll most likely want a lot of treatment. For gaming videos, you'll also most likely want a lot of treatment. For music, you will most likely want some treatment, but not much treatment. And for voiceover, it's kind of a gray area. Oh, look at that, my camera went to sleep. Room, in my opinion, makes up 10% of what matters in your audio. Because the room matters, but it can be treated.
This is YouTuber's personal. That's YouTuber's personal, everyone.
Okay, and now it is time for YouTuber's personal. Yes, and I can guarantee you that that did not match the pitch of my actual theme song because I do not have perfect pitch. But anyways, YouTubing is hard work. I mean, video editing is quite time consuming. The setup is a pain, especially since, you know, that green blanket back there, that is actually my green screen that I use for gaming. And yeah, the gaming on my main channel is used
right now.
The gaming on my main channel is just me live streaming the recording sessions. Podcasting is really the worst for time in terms of editing, except that this is a weekly series, so not really that much.
Well, unless you're just entirely lazy
Why
with your
are you
podcasting
switching
and you...
camera angles?
Because he can. Jeez. Well, there's some podcasting where you just, some people just do audio podcasts because, frankly, that's a whole lot easier than doing a full video podcast because video, you gotta edit.
You have to edit audio podcasts too.
Sometimes.
But you don't have to video edit.
Yeah, video is a lot harder.
Not if you use OBS. Record them at the same time. My main channel has 104 subscribers, last I checked, which was yesterday. And my second channel, this one, actually, Hades Stamps 2, has 11 subscribers. Still need to come up with a 10 subscriber special.
Do 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 do. Personal segment. This is it.
I am putting in this at the beginning of the personal segment because originally when I recorded, I forgot to say this, but what I've been testing this week concludes the run of the Behringer B1. And now it's time for the personal segment. Because my house is a mess. Because the rabbits, well, they make living room cleanup impossible. My bedroom is disgusting. I will need to do a lot of cleaning up. And my YouTube setup is a mess. In fact, I actually, just before recording this, I untangled the mouse from the keyboard. My original song is finished! Yay! A studio recording will come, and the instrumentation will be real. We got our folding table back, yay. Any unboxing will now be done on that guy. For example, opening Christmas presents, that will be done on that guy. Last week's podcast, let's get it off of our chest. It was pushed to last minute. I'm sorry about that, but unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is all that this podcast contains. I really do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, then please do hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then please be sure to subscribe. But anyways, this has been Hades Stamps. Cheers for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.